can go anytime.
Oh, I had it smallified. It didn't show in the countdown.
We're 12 seconds in.
Every show is like the first time.
Yeah, especially with you.
But this is not the first time. This is the 124th time for this show. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining us for yet another fun, exciting episode of This Board Game Life. I am one of your fine hosts for today. My name is Rob. And as usual, I got my good buddy Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
Who's better at this than I am. But yeah, it's every time is like the first time apparently. At least it is for me. Anyway, this is episode 124 titled The Deluxification of Games. And this is also the show where we talk about board games, the board game hobby, card games, miniatures, well, I mean, whatever. We talk about painting. And I guess we also talk about doing shows correctly or not at the beginning of them. But anyway, let's get rolling with today's show.
Let's do it.
And you can find our content out there on the YouTubes. Make sure to check us out over there if you're not on there right now, because our podcast is out on YouTube, both in its audio or video form. We've also got unboxings, playthroughs, mailbags, all sorts of really fun stuff that, we hope you enjoy. We enjoy putting the content out there, and we hope you enjoy watching it. But make sure to like and subscribe so you can get alerted to perfect on cue. I think you were waiting for that, weren't you?
I was.
And yeah, Mark hit the little like and subscribe animation that pops up for us. But make sure to like and subscribe. It helps more folks find out about the show, boosts us in the algorithm, and we really appreciate it. So let's talk about what we've been getting to the table lately. I'll start this.
Yeah, because I really want to know what the heck this is.
Oh, okay. Well, it's something that you actually, I think, had in your hand when you were over here, or maybe you didn't. I don't know. But anyway, I got Death Angel to table. So what Death Angel is, it's an old school Fantasy Flight game set in the Warhammer universe. It's a solo game, and it was one of the first games that I got in, let's say, my first year of really being full on back into the hobby. And I was going through some stuff and I found it. I'm like, man, I really enjoyed this game. I was never very good at it. Never won a single game. I found it pretty tough. And but I got it to the table. Still apparently can't win. Some things never change. But this is a really fun, I'll call it a classic Fantasy Flight game, where I was actually reminiscing a little bit about the old school Fantasy Flight before the Asmodee acquisition, back when they had all sorts of fun games, like all of the Warhammer IP games. They had just started coming out with the Star Wars ones. They had a lot of Lovecraft, Arkham Horror, Eldritch Horror. What's that one that we played?
Elder Sign?
No. Yes, Elder Sign. And it was just a different time back then, and they don't seem to be the same now. I mean, not that they're bad now, they're just not the same. It's not the same company. And I miss the Fantasy Flight. The FFG, OG FFG maybe is a good way to put it. But Mark, this is one of the games that I had, because I had 2 copies of it, and one of them was destined to go to you. So I don't know if it ever made it. Sounds like it didn't make it into your suitcase.
No.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah, because this last trip, you gave me quite a few things, but I could only put in my.
Yeah,
There were some had to stay behind because I just didn't have room.
yeah. No, and I get it because you were not going home right then and there. You had to make another stop and stuff.
Yeah.
So that is understood. So yeah, Death Angel. And I was thinking about, should I do a video on this? But it's an old game. It's out of print.
Yeah.
They don't have the IP. Maybe it might be cool to have a classics segment on the channel. Have like this Board Game Life Classics, where it's just older games, do playthroughs or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
It could be fun. I mean, it's something different that I don't know of others doing that.
Yeah.
And, like I've said, I'm newer to the hobby. And so some of these, what people are be like, oh, those are so old. Yeah, but it's still new to anybody new into the hobby, and they're still great games. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, some of those older games are, I'll argue, way better than some of the new stuff that comes out. Not that new stuff is bad, but not every new game is good or great.
Just because it's new doesn't mean it's better than something that's old.
Yeah. But at the same time, I've got a lot of old games that aren't that great.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, especially from the moment in time where I had my full-on acquisition disorder going on. So I got a lot of funky stuff. Anyways, what did you get to the table?
It was a slow week for me, and I just lost my notes. I did get to finish my Zombicide Washington ZC campaign, and funny story, we did missions 8, 9, and 10. The 10th mission was the last one, and it was listed as it was the hardest, and we completed it in less than 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
We basically broke the final mission because, when you kind of go through these, so if you don't want a spoiler alert here, I mean, the game's been out for a while, but if you haven't played through it and you don't want to know what we did, then fast forward 60 seconds. But to break the game, what we did was you playing through all these missions, so you get an idea of kind of how the cards, you're putting these cards that are doing missions like these, and you got to go to that room, reveal the card, and then you go through and do it. It's kind of that's how the story progresses. Well, the basically mission was to find the exit and leave the map. And that was it. We all had to go through the exit. Well, they have all these cards that you lay out. It's like, is this the exit? Is this the exit? And some were right by where you spawned. And I'm like, it's very undoubtful that they're gonna make you go all the way to the other end of the map. And there was 2 cards down there going, could this be the exit? What about this? And just based on looking at the board, I'm like, I believe it's going to be the one in this corner, because you look just the way the map was, the art was, it looks like there's like a little curved street in that corner. It's like, you're probably going to go like out a window or something and out this way. And so the other guys I was playing with were like, well, do we just want to do that? And we're like, yeah, let's just run for it and see if we luck out. I mean, worst case, we're going to have to backtrack and it'll make it interesting. Well, we just moved. All we did our first couple of turns is just move to get down there, open the doors, flip the card, and it said, you found the exit. So we just had to take another turn to go through the window, and we were done. And it was like about a 7-minute. And I'm like, this is not hard. And it listed it as very hard. Yeah. But it's kind of silly because, it was just kind of so obvious. Yeah. But the thought we had is one point during the game, the exit or the mission end was in the middle of the board. And I was like, no, we got to go over here. There's no way that's going to be the end. We got to hit all these things. And we didn't. They ended up opening this and they're like, oh, you found the safe room. we had half the cards on the table still, or on the board still on flipped. And I'm like, that just seems so stupid. Like you're only doing, you come down the hallway to the middle and that's the exit. So I did have that in thought that the exit to the final could be here, but I doubt it would be right next to us. It just didn't make any sense, especially since I said it's very difficult. So I'm like, yeah, they're probably going to force us all the way down. But because we were kind of expecting it, we just went for it, which was good because we were running out of time before this for the store to close. So I don't know if we would have had enough time to complete an hour-long mission, but it was still very uneventful. It's like, really? Every mission's like an hour to 2 hours. The final one took us 7 minutes. All we did was walk down the street, open a door, climb out a window, and we were done.
It's that easy.
It's as simple as that. So,
yeah.
But I had fun with it, and now we're going to do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles expansion. That's part of Zombicide White Death. So it's gonna be different. We'll have like ranged bow and arrows and swords and crossbows, so there won't be like guns and stuff like that. But and also the rules are going to change. Where like you can spawn. They have like necromancers and stuff that will spawn in. I have to read through the rules to see how the game. So it is a little different. And every Zombicide, they kind of just keep making small changes, and it's still going to be relatively the same thing, but there's just going to be small rule changes, just like all the little campaigns and stuff do different things. So, but looking forward to playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle expansion. Also played 5 Tribes, the Djinns of Naqala.
Okay.
That was a fun game. Yeah, I enjoyed that. And then also played some more Wyrmspan. So, which I think is just a fantastic game.
Okay.
I really do enjoy Wyrmspan. So, but that's it. Those 3 is all I got played recently. And so my gaming is going to suffer a little bit. I couldn't game tonight. Had to have surgery on my wrist, so going to be down to the one hand for a little bit. So, but I'm going to still get gaming in. I will make it happen.
There you go.
So I can lay my cards on the table, roll dice with only need one hand to roll dice, or pick up a card.
Maybe that's the hand that you can hold the cards with. Just sit there.
I'll attach something to my thing here.
I have like little alligator clips.
Yeah,
those will damage. Yeah, have some 3. Print something. There's got to be something with
card holder to attach to cast.
Yeah, people are that creative.
So
on there. Okay.
All right.
And you can contact us in a whole bunch of different ways. Leave comments on our videos. You can email us at contact@thisboardgamelife, and then also reach out to us over on BGG. We've got a guild over there. I post all of our episodes. Tons of places, and we like seeing the interaction from you guys. All right, on to the news. There's a couple 2, 3, 4 things that seemed interesting. We've got a slew of expansions that are hitting the shelves soon. First up, AEG is going to be releasing a new Smash Up expansion. I don't think we've seen a Smash Up expansion in quite some time.
Yeah.
They've done so many different kinds. I would guess at least a dozen different kinds, if not more. But this one is going to be called Half the Battle. So it's going to be hitting retail on August 21st. So that's a couple weeks after Gen Con. Maybe it'll be out of Gen Con. Who knows? And this is going to be inspired by 80s cartoon characters. So think of, if you watch cartoons back in the 80s, probably, Saturday morning or after school, these would probably line up with what you remember from your youths.
Yeah.
And the factions include Pearl and the Images. So I wonder if that's, what is it?
Looks like a singing group.
Gem and the something. It might have been the real show. They're spins on some of those characters. And then Adolescent Epic, Geckos. So that's probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Right? Rulers of the Cosmos.
That's going to be He-Man.
Heroes of the Universe or something.
He-Man.
Yeah. And then G.I. Gerald.
G.I. Joe.
Yep. So
He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, Masters of the Universe. Yep. And then that first one, Pearl and the Images. I think that's for some reason I'm thinking Gem. It's like Jemm or Gemm.
Oh, okay.
And the something. But anyway, ages 12 and up, plays in 45 minutes, retails for $24.99. And if you haven't had a reason to break out some Smash Up lately, maybe this will be a reason when it hits stores in about 2 months. Next up, Devere is launching Rock Hard 1977 expansion, hitting retail in Q3 2026, so it'll be a little later in the year. And that is going to be, let's see, it's going to allow players to use life experiences to pen 45 RPM singles in various styles. And you need to promote the singles to get them airtime on the radio to help move up the hit list. So in like the Billboard rankings, kind of. And then that's another way to gain fame. Ear Candy. It contains 2 new characters, 2 new managers. I guess that's the name of the expansion. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Ear Candy contains 2 new characters, 2 new managers, 2 new types of candy, and additional cards for every deck. It's going to be 14 and up, plays in 55 to 100 minutes, which is a little unusual that it's 55.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, not common, because usually they go 45 to 90 minutes, but this is 55 to 100. Anyway, yeah, 2 to 5 players, and we don't have a price on it. And then Rio Grande Games is going to be coming out with a new expansion for Dominion. If you haven't had enough Dominion in your life, you can get some more with the Arcana expansion, which is going to be heading to retail soon. So probably sometime this year. This particular...
man.
What?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I just read ahead here and I was like, whoa, this is a big expansion.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like, what could he be talking about? But wait, let me tell you. This expansion here is going to be themed around leveling up via studies and using carts to improve your economy. It adds 500 cards to the base set. Among these are 37 new Kingdom card piles. So I want to say those are probably 10 each, maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's 370 cards, as well as 5 new victory cards. Also, projects return as a mechanic in this set. It does require the base game, 2 to 4 players, plays in 30 minutes-ish, and it's going to retail for $49.95. And yeah, that's so they had a second edition of Dominion come out recently, because that's the one that you got, right? Or did you get the first? Oh, yeah.
The second
you got
edition.
The second edition. So the thing I was wondering when I saw this was, is this more second edition focused. I wonder if you can mix it with the original or not. So, because I'm not really sure what the second edition is, other than probably upgraded art, maybe some changes, tweaks, minor stuff, especially since Dominion came out so long ago. But anyway, yeah, look for this new expansion later this year. And then the last thing that we had is the Origins Game Fair was last week, right? Or no, the week before? Anyway, it was within the last 2 weeks. I want to say it was last week. And with the Origins, they have the Origins Awards. How about that? So the Origins Award winners have always been very controversial. More so than the SDJ.
Really?
So let's because you obviously haven't gone through this list probably.
No.
So yeah, let's save it. Don't read ahead. Let's go through this.
Okay.
All right. So the award winners across the different categories this year are Gateway Game of the Year is Railroad Ties by Horrible Guild. So this is one that I was trying to get. I haven't seen it in the stores. I've seen the add-ons for it, but never the base game. So I never got it.
I think I've heard mixed. This one.
I think I've heard like mixed stuff about this one.
Yeah, I did play this one.
Yeah, what did you think?
It's nothing I would want. I didn't really care for it.
But would you consider it a gateway game?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
That's what it won?
Yeah. Gateway Game of the Year.
I am not seeing that, but
all right. So party game of the year is Hot Streak by CMYK. I want to say this got one of the nominations for SDJ, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah. And then light strategy game of the year is Winter Rabbit by Absurdist Productions. Yeah, I don't know that one. Heavy strategy game of the year is Speakeasy.
I agree with that 100%.
Okay.
That's yeah, and that's what's his name?
Vital.
Yeah, Vital Lacerda. And I don't care for most of his games. They're pretty heavy duty.
Yeah, they are.
There's a lot to them. But
yeah.
This is one it's like I want to play it again. I really enjoyed the theme. It made sense. I just really liked it. So I do want to play this one again. So I got friends that have it, so I just need to remind them.
Okay.
So
then cooperative / solo game of the year, because those are kind of the same, because a lot of co-ops you can play solo and solos you can play co-op, just work together.
At least when I'm playing solo I can trust my co-op partner.
Yeah, there you go. Well, or can you?
I better be able to.
They can yeah, when you're doing solo they can turn on you sometimes. But Lord of the Rings Fate of the Fellowship by Z-Man.
I've heard a lot of good things about that game. So,
then role-playing game of the year is Land M. It's EEM by Exalted Funeral. Yeah, I don't think either of us really follow the role-playing stuff, so not sure on that. Role-playing game supplement of the year is Call of Cthulhu, The Sutra of Pale Leaves, Twin Suns Rising. It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
By Chaosium. So miniature game of the year is Blood Bowl 3rd Season Edition by Games Workshop. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Blood Bowl, so
yeah,
that makes sense. Miniature of the year is Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The Leech Lord and Games Workshop by Festus, the Leech Lord and Games Workshop. Paint hobby accessory of the year is Goblin Hobbies Stampin' Plates. fixed constructible game of the
I
year.
would one thing here. I would say myself, I don't know if they were up for it, but Army Painter's paint markers are fantastic.
Okay.
I have the more I've used them and the more I've compared to like the other color ones that I've got, the Army Painter markers are so good. Like they're easier to get into smaller places. It's still not perfect. It's a marker. So you still don't want them for fine detailed work. But for someone like myself who's not into paintbrushing and all that fancy technique, if you just are a amateur and you just want to start painting, the Army Painter marker sets are amazing. They will probably fit and be perfect for what you need. And also, I remember I think I had either saw something somewhere about them or it was one of the videos I posted about it that someone from Army Painter responded to. I don't remember where it was, but I made a comment to them asking, are you going to come out with more than just the 10 colors that they did in their initial run? And they said yes. And I did see on pre-order there's a set of like 60 different colors coming by the end of this year. So it's expensive, but they are so good. And I will be. By the time I went to do the pre-order, they were already sold out.
Oh, wow.
So I'm gonna have to wait for the second run. But there's like a big, huge pack of colors coming that are going to cover all types of stuff that I was missing when I was doing my painting, and I have to go to like some different type of paint marker. But I would have hoped they would have gotten recognition because I just think that what they've done with that paint marker is pretty amazing. So that was my 2 cents. I don't know anything about Goblin Hobbly's stamping plates. I just feel like Army Painter should get something notice for the markers to make it easier for people to get into that hobby. So
yeah, I'm just looking at a video of the stamping plates. That's interesting. So it's some kind of metal stencil pack that you spread color across it and you like swipe it, and then you use this little stamp thing to pick up the paint that's left in the stencil, and then you can apply it to something. So it looks like you can apply patterns, you can apply symbols like on a flag, or
that's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Huh. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, so you apply the paint, you scrape it clean, you pick up the paint on the little stamper thing, and then you stamp it. Oh, yeah. So they have 5 steps: apply the color, scrape, grab the image, stamp, and admire.
There you go. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool looking. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so good. Not to take away, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, so you can apply patterns to miniatures, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So it looks like since we're both impressed, maybe it's deserving.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm
sure it was. It just
yeah, absolutely. And okay, so that was a paint accessory thing. Fixed constructible game of the year is Riftbound Proving Grounds by UVS Games and Riot Games. And randomized construction game of the year is Goodknack Expansion Bundle by Chaotic Great Games. And apparently they're so that is all of the winners. And there was no fan favorite award this year. There were also no categories for TCGs, accessories, and collectible games. And also no blind and pack products. So it looks like was a little less this year, or maybe they changed some stuff around. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the news for this episode, and I think I just closed my show notes. No, I didn't. Okay. All right. So let's get on with the main event, the deluxification of games. So if you listened to episode 123 2 weeks ago, towards the end of that one, we talked about doing the deluxification of games for this episode, and here we are. And we are there.
Here we are.
So, the deluxification, the deluxification of games is something that is near and dear to r/Mark's heart. I had to single you out. You are the grand master. I'm not worthy to your deluxification goodness over there. But so what we're referring to when we talk about the deluxification of games is you have a game, insert game here, that comes out, and usually if it's a hit, there's going to be a ton of companies that are going to be coming out with replacement components, upgrade components to replace let's say the chits that come with it. You'll get acrylic, you'll get metal coins, you might actually get some kind of figures. There you go. And it was started by a couple of companies came out with them many years ago. I remember Stonemaier Games came out with a treasure chest, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Oh, there's your Targi, more Targi stuff. And Mark's holding up some recent acquisitions.
Little Victory Point metal markers and stuff. So replaced all cardboard.
Yeah. So, you can basically turn your regular board game into the equivalent of a chip theory game, I guess, maybe. No cardboard components except for
the cards.
The cards and the board, maybe, if there is one. But and this is like a huge swath of stuff that can be included, right? It could be your player components, it could be the money, it could be the resources, the first person marker, you name it. There are
sleeving. Card sleeving could be considered to deluxing. I mean, I think that's considered a little different. I think it's more of, thought of as like to protect the cards. But I know people that will sleeve every card for every single game they get.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of part of that, and I feel that's part of deluxifying your games.
No, I remember back in the day, particularly it was over 10 years ago, whenever I got a new game, especially if it was something that I was really fond of, it was immediately look up the card sizes. And I had usually at the ready a whole bunch of, I used to like the FFG card sleeves that they don't do them anymore, I don't think. But they had premium, really great quality sleeves. And I had just stacks of them just ready for games. And I just go through, okay, I need this size. All right, I need 3 packs. I am good to go. And then I spend, before I even play the game, I sit there and I start sleeving. It was part of the whole process, right?
Yep.
You break the shrink, pop out all the chits, sort everything, sleeve the cards.
Yep.
But so it encompasses a lot of different components, and there's a lot of different motivations too to do this. And let's see, where should we start with first? Let's talk about why we like to do this. You want to start, or I can go?
Okay, so
Why
why
do you like to deluxify your
it?
games?
I don't know. I like it. I don't know. Maybe it might be kind of a bad reason, but I feel it's because I don't know. I think there's so many things. Like maybe it's an attention thing. It's an attention
Yeah,
getting thing.
my
Like
version's better than your version, your
yes.
plain
So
version.
yeah, a couple weeks back, we had like 8 to 10 people for game night, and we brought 2 copies of Puerto Rico. And one of the guys had his original edition, and then I had the big fancy, the new one from Awaken
Hmm.
Realms,
Yeah,
the special edition, and it's pretty. I got just about everything, and on the table, it's gorgeous, and it looks so much better than the other stuff, but it can be a little overkill. Like his is just a regular game box. Mine is like a big, gigantic, heavy
massive.
box.
Yeah,
Plus the playmat, and that's separate that doesn't fit in the box. And what do I have? 2 boxes for that thing? No, it's just one.
yeah.
So,
I've got two.
oh yeah, there is two.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, I think the other one has the extra, like the acrylic
Yep.
tiles and stuff for the
Yeah. So
expansion. I think, but
I've got my two in the Calyx spot right next to Gloomhaven, and the
yeah,
Puerto Rico ones are probably at least 2 inches taller.
yeah,
So it's together they're bigger than Gloomhaven, and that's
it's
a
a
big
lot of
box.
content. So
Yeah.
it does make it harder to transport.
Yep.
At least it's a lot more work, but it's so beautiful on the table, and people really do enjoy that. And I feel like that the nicer components do enhance the overall experience. At least that's what it was when I first got into it. When I would see like this game with these fancy components, where I'm like, all my stuff is cardboard, and I discovered that you could get like fancier pieces. And I think I'm gonna have to blame Wingspan. I think
Okay.
Wingspan might have been the one that just got me, because they had all the wooden little birds and the Meeple Source. Man, I dumped tons of money in my first 2 years at Gen Con. I put a lot of money into the Meeple Source freaking booth, and walked away with a real birdhouse, like a real wooden birdhouse that collapses instead of the cardboard one that you get. And I bought all these different birds to replace all the little cubes that come in the game. So now everyone's got their own types of birds, like eagles or ravens or cardinals and different colors. And it was just like, this is so cool. And oh, now I'm going to get these speckled eggs, and I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get that. And it just, I got a little crazy with it. And then that just kind of launched into, then I'd start looking at their site going, what else do you have? And I'd look at the list of games. Ooh, I got this game. And I'd look and see, what do you have? Oh, well, we have metal coins. Or for like Orleans, it's instead of all the little cardboard wine and silk and wheat, I can get little like 3D wheat
Yep.
bundles, or a bottle of wine, or this little roll, what looks like a roll of silk, and like 3 dimensional. And I'm like, they're gorgeous, they look beautiful on the table. And it's just, you know they're, and it's just, that's the thing, it's like I really like, so for games that I really really enjoy, I really want to, I don't mind buying extra
Sure.
to enhance that experience and making it a little bit more enjoyable when I play it. So I would say that's what got me started. What
All
about
right.
you?
That's actually I don't remember when it started initially, but I remember I would say the thing that probably launched me into it is getting the deluxe versions in Kickstarters.
Yeah.
There was very few components that I bought separately. I can't even I can't even think of anything. I don't think I've ever bought anything from Meeple Source or any of those places. It's just generally that I would get the upgraded components, the deluxe version, when there was a version available, and that definitely did seem nicer because, like you had said, when you're sitting there and you're playing the game, it is nicer to have something a little more three-dimensional, something with a better tactile feel, a component that's got some weight to it. Well, actually, going way, way, way back, I just remembered there was this whole movement probably 15 years ago where you had games that had money, you buy these really fancy poker chips.
Mm.
So it all, I would say that that's where it started first for me, was the poker chips, then going to the deluxe versions. And I still have it's like a little suitcase, little box with a handle of poker chips that I used to break out. It's like, all right, this game has paper money.
Yeah.
I was really slumming it to play with paper money, like with, Monopoly money, etc. It's like, no, you had to have the poker chips, and they were big, full size poker chips. I know some sets you can get like the mini ones, and stuff, but that was really cool because then you would have the denominations. They had the physical weights to them, and it didn't match the games unless I guess you were playing some kind of Las Vegas, like Lords of Vegas or maybe Las Vegas itself. Then it didn't really match anything else. Like if you were playing a D&D style game or a space game and then you had poker chips. But anyway.
But it's better than paper money. It really still adds to it.
Yeah.
My friend Eva, you know her.
Yeah.
She has iron clays.
Okay.
And that's like, so she will be like, won't buy any more money or stuff because she just has her separate thing of iron clays. And she's like, I just pull them out and use them. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. But then I got to have this thing. Like I've got 2 sets of iron clay. Oh, I have a set sitting here on my desk. I've got like 2 that came with like brass Birmingham and brass Lancashire. And, they're in a case.
Yeah.
But the problem is like, I'll still buy metal coins for some reason because I want them in the box, like with the game. And so I don't have to, I don't remember to bring this with me all the time. So that way they're
heavy
but they are nice. I can't,
convenient. Yeah.
I can't open it with one hand, unfortunately. The box is pretty tight. It sits on there. So, but even the ones I showed you from just a moment ago, the metal ones, I just bought those for Target.
Yeah.
I just upgraded everything in this thing. In fact, I got the game in a couple of weeks ago and printed out my 3D inserts for it. And that's where I saw in the pictures, it was like, I was like, how's he got metal coins and stuff? So I went and looked it up on the Board Game Geeks store. And sure enough,
oh wow,
that they had all this stuff for Target, so I had to buy all the components, to buy all the new stuff.
That one I understand.
And then I didn't even like punch the cardboard, or I didn't even bother. But I had all the trays sitting here, and once the upgraded components arrived, I sat down and put everything away. So,
nice. But yeah, it definitely does, I'll say, enhance the experience, and I can see the whole. You pimp out your game. It's what if you're going to game night at the game store, where people will walk by and they'll go, "Ooh, what's that? That looks really cool." Those, those components are deluxe. Tell me more.
It does. If you got a game all pimped out like my Skyrise, got the real fancy 3D, all the buildings are different colors, different shapes for the different players. It's an amazing looking game on the board when you've got it out, and people will stop and look. And I do get more comments when I've got a deluxified game out on the table compared to those that are just like a standard. Um, it draws attention, and people are like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, where'd you get that? That's cool. I bought back before I got my 3D printer. I ordered some stuff on Etsy. I'd go to Etsy and see who's
Oh yeah.
making stuff. So I bought some stuff for SETI. Well, then one of my buddies um, uh, last week had brought SETI, and for like the energy tokens, I just got these little like lightning bolt things. Well, he actually has little batteries that are like so cool looking, and I was like, dude, those are awesome. So I'm like, was considering like, should I print those and replace what I have? And that's the thing too. Once you go down this road,
Yeah.
and then especially you can 3D print, you start looking at all these different. You can just like see what all these other people have come up with, and you can print what you like, and or you can buy stuff if you want. And but it is expensive. I've got games, well, like Targi. I spent more money on the deluxe components than I did for both the game and the expansion.
Yeah.
But that's okay because I like it, and it's going to be fun if and I ever play it. If and when I ever play it, it'll be more fun. I got the clicky clackety of the tiles and the clinky clanky of the money.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing about board games, where they're an experience in addition to challenging your mind, right? From strategy and the game mechanics and such.
Yeah.
There's also the tactile feel, right? And a cardboard chit is fine, but a feel of something more three-dimensional is a little neater. It is cooler. It is nicer. That's why, you look at one of the older games in the world, chess, right? It's been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you don't play chess with chits,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Why all the components aren't little squares. They can be. They absolutely can be. But
they can be.
Every game usually has, some kind
chess
of 3D pieces, chess pieces.
Yeah.
They're, some are ornate, some are more plain, but
that's interesting too. You think about like you can buy a chess set for $2,
yeah,
or thousands of dollars.
Some are ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's chess.
I mean, cool, ridiculous, cool too.
Oh, yeah, incredible. It's like, wow, I would love to have that in my living room, looking all fancy, never to be touched, to be display only.
Never to be played.
Never to be played, but it sure looks neat.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's one of the early, or that's probably where they got the initial idea for deluxifying games too.
Could be.
Yeah.
We might have to just blame chess players for this.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there's plenty of reasons to do that. And then, are there any things in terms of deluxification that you would not do, or that you did and you would not do again after having a bad experience? Just curious.
I think I haven't done it.
Like, it's not worth it to you.
Well, yeah. So I haven't done this, and I don't think it's worth it. And I've passed on a couple games like Castles of Burgundy and Puerto Rico, and I skipped it for Agricola, and I'm skipping it for Concordia. Well, maybe not Concordia. That might be different. But the first three I mentioned have like 3D buildings, like Castle Burgundy.
Yep.
I went with like the acrylic tiles that sit out on your board. But you could also, instead of that, have the tiles could become 3D buildings. And I got like the 3D castles. I think that those came with the version I bought, but I didn't buy all the additional 3D expansions because I felt that, and I don't even use the 3D castles in my version. I use the acrylic tiles because they'll stand up and then you can't see the empty tiles behind it. And I don't like that. So yeah, it looks really cool, but I think it kind of goes against or works against the the flow of the game, where um, it can become a problem if you can't see or it's blocking something. So I don't like
Yeah.
those. So I do
And
avoid buying those types of
yeah.
things.
And I would add that for Castles of Burgundy specifically, it's a little weird to, I mean, I've always played with the castles, and I was thinking about it last time I was playing, that it just doesn't feel right to have only the castles be 3D and everything else is acrylic.
Yeah.
It's just, it looks strange.
Yeah,
It
I
does
don't
look
use the
nice, but
castles
yeah.
because the fact the one of the people that we're playing with, I brought it so you could see it, and he goes, "Oh, I remember the one like these building like it had 3-dimensional castles," and I reached down and in my bag and I'm like these. Oh, you
Yeah.
have them? I said, yeah, I don't like them because they block the board.
Yeah.
So they're neat, and every player has different shapes and sizes of the castles. So,
Mm-hmm.
every player's different. But again, I don't, I think it inhibits the enjoyment of the gameplay.
Yeah.
So I don't want anything that's going to necessarily impact the game in a negative way. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that things like that, it can get to be overwhelming, with the buildings and depending on the type of game. Like there's like a 3D version of Catan, and I just feel like, my gosh, that's got to just be so overwhelming that I think it would be almost distracting and maybe take away from the game. So,
Mm-hmm.
but so
Oh, I
that's
get
kind
it.
of where I draw the line is
Yeah.
um, with that kind of stuff. But otherwise, I'm pretty much I want to get rid of all the cardboard and make it either wooden or acrylic
Yeah.
tokens. I like to um, go to metal coins. There's just something about them that I like. I don't. I did get alloy dice for my 20 strong, and I would not again ever buy metal dice. They're way too heavy. I just prefer normal acrylic
Yeah.
dice. So, but I do like, you know, upgrades or dice that has like if every player has dice, I like it if they have if it matches their player color
Sure.
instead of just everybody having white dice or something like that. Just I like the different player colors. Um, so those are like must haves.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. For me, one thing that I signed on early on is to get the metal coins. And I do like the metal coins. I like them a lot.
yeah,
The problem that I have with a lot of games is the metal coins are just really expensive.
yeah,
They look great, they feel great, but when a pack of coins costs as much as a board game itself, I have a hard time.
yeah.
I have a hard time with that.
Yes.
So I've started to pass on those. And then I don't know if this would really be a deluxified component. I suppose it would be, and that's playmats. So the playmats in particular that maybe replace a game board, like for example, Castles of Burgundy special edition as a playmat.
Which I didn't get.
It and yeah, you're not missing much.
Hmm.
And some will have playmats for the actual players. So
Mm-hmm.
you have one that has little spots for the cards, for all of your different goods, resources, or whatever. I do like the idea of that,
Mm-hmm.
but I really, really, really despise storage
Yeah.
of those, to the point of where I won't do it. I just won't. I have the Castles of Burgundy playmat, and while I liked the idea of it initially, because a playmat is nice, especially if you have stuff that you want to pick up, right? Because if you have a
Yes.
card, you can kind of depress it a little bit so it lifts and you can pick it up.
Yeah.
And stuff doesn't move around on it as it might, like cards or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They won't rotate on there or slide, just because the surface is it's got some friction to
Yeah.
it, a little bit of tackiness. But they're fuzzy. It's not as sharp. The artwork is not as sharp as a printed
Yeah.
board. And again, did I mention storage? I really,
Storage is tough. That's why I didn't get like the Castles of Burgundy. I think the only reason I got one for Puerto Rico was I think that the version I want, it just came with it
yeah,
for the tier that I bought.
they chose it
Um,
for you, is what
yeah,
you're saying.
and so it's sitting here rolled up above my box,
Yeah.
like on the shelf. So I have it's not large, so I can roll it up and put it on the calyx with the game. But still, it's sitting out, and I
Mm-hmm.
prefer games like um, the last the last command has two play mats. They're in the box.
Yeah.
Each player gets a play mat, and it's in the box, which is nice. So you don't have to worry about storage, and I really enjoy that. So
Here's the
yeah,
Castles of Burgundy one.
I think it looks nice. That they actually
No,
do a really nice job.
it does look nice. The
Yeah.
curl on it is really nice too. But yeah, I don't know if you can see
That's just
in
a little fuzzy.
in 4K goodness. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
But it's
Oh, it's upside down. No,
yeah, you're
I was
good.
thinking it was upside down. Yeah, it's just not sharp.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
mean, that's fine. It doesn't matter too
right.
much. But I'm just being picky. But yeah, it really bugs me. I guess what I need to do is just have a dedicated Kallax
for playmats.
Yeah, and you just lump all of them in there.
Well, I've seen companies sell things you can just hang on the back of your door, and it's just put all your rolls of playmats there. But
yeah, they use the things for pants. You know what I'm talking about? Those hangers for pants that have the wooden thing that sort of clamps down. It's supposed to clamp down, I think, on the pant leg hem or opposite, or whatever.
Well, this thing's just rolled. The ones I've seen is like you roll it up and it's just like Velcroed in. So it's a roll. It's just a stack of rolls. Yeah. So and you just Velcro the little latch to it. It just holds it there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and on the 3D printing sites, they have these little things to hold where you roll it up and you slip them into these rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too much work.
But yeah, exactly. So yeah, I have started to stay away from the coins, and the coins just the expense of them. Would I want them? Yeah, but it just. I don't want to pay $40 for a bunch of coins. I'm exchanging real money for fake money.
For fake money, yep. That's one way to think about it. You really are. So.
Yep. And whoever's making the fake money is getting the better end of the deal.
Just go get a roll of quarters and nickels and dimes and pennies. I mean, just have them there. Here's your ones, your fives, your tens.
Yeah. No, that is true. You just
it's real money. At least
real
it's
money
spendable at some point.
Get the pennies while you can, if you still can. I don't know.
So,
but so how about with Kickstarters and GameFound and all of those crowdfunding sites? Pretty much every campaign now will either have one of two things, or a combination of both, actually. They'll either have regular version, deluxe version, where everything's included, or they'll have the version and then you can add on these 50 different options.
Yeah.
Where it's deluxe this, coins, and upgraded pieces, and it just... I've gone into a couple of these campaigns, and it's almost overwhelming. Just I mean, it's not overwhelming. It's just a lot of stuff. And you just look at it like, how is this 6 pages of
Yeah.
add-ons?
Zombicide comes to mind.
Yeah.
Their latest campaign was ridiculous. It was so bad. It honestly, I was getting multiple emails a day, every day. They had like 100 something updates during their campaign, and it was just insane. That was just during the launch, and I'm like, I got so irritated, I almost canceled because of like you just kept spamming me. Hey, here's something new today. Here's something new today. Here's something new, and it was just like the Simon of old, where it was like, okay, add. The next thing you know, you're at $1,000. Like, this was a $150 game. How did I get to 1,000 already? I did cancel a Marvel United because it was like the same thing, and it was just like all of a sudden it was $500. I'm like, how did we get to this? No, and I canceled the whole thing. And I was feeling this with the Zombicide Pirate one that they had recently. And I finally went in there and I finally undid a bunch of stuff. So I'm like, I'm probably not going to play all this. And I got a ton of it already that I still haven't, I'm just recently getting into it big time. But it's overkill. We really don't need everything because we're probably not going to play everything.
Mm-hmm.
But these crowdfunding is tough for me because I feel if I buy the base game that I'm missing out on something. There is that, I guess it's FOMO, but I feel like, well, I'm not getting the best. I want the best. Why do I feel like I have to have the best? I don't know. Unfortunately, it's just.
I think it's because you can.
Yeah. I don't have a wife going, you can't spend the money on games. So, kids are all grown up and my dogs just as long as cool. I pet them.
Yeah.
They don't cost me anything, just petting them. Mm-hmm. Keep them fed. Yep. Go to the vet. Give them a cheeseburger every once in a while. Keep their bowl of food and water full, and they're happy. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this honestly, this hobby is where I spend all my money. So,
yeah.
So part of me is like, well, this is my thing. This is what I do. I might as well get the best. So, okay. And also maybe it's just a stage of life because, other things too, like I will buy higher end stuff now. Like when I was young, you're always buying the cheaper stuff because you don't have the liquid, or, the availability of the extra funds. Right. Well, at this stage of life, I've worked hard and got a great job and pays me very well. And where am I going to put it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to save it. I want to blow it on crap, so I put it into board games.
You could give it to your friend Rob, just saying.
Nah. What has he done for me lately? Oh,
he's a sucker.
He made me buy Rome and Arena Roma 2 and Targi and...
guilty as charged.
What else did I end up? Cities USA. I bought all these after coming to see you.
Yeah.
It cost me money. You need to be sending money my way.
there should be a sign up sheet when we have the cons. It's like, these are the games that we're going to be playing. It's like, fill out this thing to add them to your cart so they arrive by the time you get back home.
Exactly. So, well, I did that. I think the first year at your house, after we played something.
Yeah, I went bought it right then and there. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was, but it was something good.
Yeah. Oh, of course, if we played it,
it was not amazing. Tigris and Euphrates.
Yeah.
And I'm not backing that one either.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy that game.
But you won, didn't you? Or no, I won by 1 point or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So with the deluxified components, and there's so many different kinds, are there any particular styles of components that annoy you? So looking kind of like on the negative aspect of it, or any particular thing. Like here, I'll give an example. One thing that really annoys me about some of these components is that when you get them, they do not fit in the box.
Yeah.
And really annoying is when there's a deluxe version and you get this bag of stuff, usually separate, that does not fit in the main box.
That is absolutely annoying. Castles of Burgundy Special Edition comes to mind.
Yes, and there is a 3D printable insert that
I shouldn't have to 3D print an insert for a game that cost me dang near $500. I don't know how much it was, but it was expensive. It was probably $250 or more.
Yeah, it was at least like, $250.
Come on, really? You can't even hold the components you sold me? That's really frustrating. Which I like. Puerto Rico, outside of the playmat, they did a great job of that thing holding all the stuff.
Yeah.
But again, if I had done the 3D buildings, then I'd have to have a separate box for that, which I can understand. You can't, when you're getting really crazy with some of these, there's no way to put it all in one box.
Yeah.
When
they have too many options, that's the problem.
So, but no, yeah, that's very irritating. That stuff doesn't fit properly. That is probably, to me, that's like a cardinal sin. You can't do that to your consumer. I'm like, when I look at these and I see these special editions, I expect that everything's going to fit in that much larger box that you're getting to hold all that extra content.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not going to fit, they should say, disclaimer, all this won't fit.
Buy our super mega box to fit it all.
Yeah.
It's called a storage container.
Yeah.
Like the ones in these storage. No, in these storage places with the big garage door.
Oh.
And one thing that a bunch of the campaigns have had is where the deluxe pieces that you get, they'll have this really massive start player piece. I don't get it. The start player piece to me is one of the most ignored pieces in the game. And if I've got a game and then the start player piece is really nice, but it's the size of a paint can, I
gotta grab something. I gotta show you something.
Yeah.
And keep talking. It's gonna give me a minute. It's gonna take me a minute.
Okay.
But it'll be worth it.
It'll take you a minute to get your headphones off, which you actually did pretty quick. Yeah, Mark's hand is in a cast. He had surgery today, so he's a little slow being one-handed with some stuff. But he's back here. All right, so you found something.
You just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
So, you heard of Cat in a Box?
Yeah.
Cat in the Box.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got Colossal Cat in the Box.
Oh, I see where this is going.
This is the first player token.
It's like
a gigantic cat.
I mean, I get it, but that's really big.
I mean, I'm a big guy. I got big hands, and that thing fits in my hand like, whoops. I mean, it's
what, maybe 4 inches?
Yeah,
long?
Probably
3-4 inches long.
But I'll give them credit. It fits in the box, and it even has a spot in the insert that I didn't have to 3D print.
Could the box have been a lot smaller?
It's a normal size box.
Yeah.
It's a standard size box.
I guess.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like a Ticket to Ride size.
One colossal start player cat. So I think that's the biggest. I mean, you just mentioned that. I was like, I remembered that cat. Like, I got to pull that thing out.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when I got the game, I was like, are you kidding me?
They
So,
really want you to know who the start player is.
yeah. So
You
that's
know,
got to be the biggest one that I have.
how come they don't have like start player hats, like a big top hat
Ew,
or
I would not want to be putting a hat
sunglasses?
on that someone else had on their head.
Oh, my
Gross.
head's clean. I don't know who you hang around with.
If you've seen some of the people,
Let's change the subject.
they probably wouldn't want to wear the hat that came off my head.
Yeah.
So I got too much shine up on top.
Mm.
So
Yeah, but yeah, so with some of the deluxe components that come with them, I would say the start player tokens just sometimes are too big. It's just because I would appreciate having a cooler looking piece, maybe more ornate or painted or something versus something just massive. Because some of them will just be like, I remember there was one game, it just had a fairly large sized wooden ship. So it was
yeah,
like a ship, I'll call it ship meeple, but it was just maybe like 2-3 inches
yeah.
in size. Okay. Are there any other things that you think are just not really necessary when it comes to deluxified stuff that you've seen?
Um, probably. I don't like art books. I don't need metal posters. I don't need soundtracks.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um, I those things I've seen those. I don't
yeah.
need any kind of like artwork. I know some people love that,
Oh yeah.
but it's adding more, and to me it's not part of the game. So I think anything that's really outside of the game, I don't need. If it's game pieces, game components, game board, whatever, if it's something we're going to be playing with or on the table, then I would like it to be upgraded, But otherwise, it's why spend more money for something that I'm not going to use, you
Mm-hmm.
know. I think I got with my labyrinth. It came with like a metal poster, and I think it came with an art book, but it was just like that was it was either it was one of those. It's like that's it. You either get the base game, or you get the base with nothing, or you get the fancy one with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, I want the other stuff, but like I don't ever look at the art book. Like I think I looked at it when I got. I was
Yeah.
like, I may have flipped through it. Okay, that's just not for me. It came with like a metal magnetic poster that you use during the game. Um, and you got these little magnets that you unlock, and then you can put them anywhere on this thing. And yeah, I could hang it on a wall, but it's actually just sitting here right behind me, just laying on top of my labyrinth game. Like, what am I going
Yeah.
to do with this thing? So, and it doesn't fit in the box. It's
Yep.
like I don't need this.
Yeah, I think so. My thoughts on that is I think some of that is a holdover from the old video game world.
Yeah,
Because when you had your collector's editions of video games, like some kind of Master Chief
I do have the
collection, as
Master
an
Chief
example.
helmet. I do
Yeah,
have that.
there's helmets, there's figurines. So that is kind of coming from there, maybe.
Yeah,
And
our buddy Franco's got some really cool video
yes,
game collectibles.
he does. He absolutely does.
Yes.
So, I look back at some of that stuff that I've gotten in the past, and it hasn't been too much, but it's stuff that ultimately just gets pitched.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it stays on the shelf for a while, then it's like, oh, it falls, it breaks, or you're like, I need the space.
Yeah.
And there was one other thing I was just going to mention. Now I'm having a brain fart and I forgot what it was. Oh yes. A thing that I like and a thing that I'm very mixed on, and they kind of fall into the same bucket.
Okay.
I do appreciate a well-made deluxe edition box.
Mm.
And when I say that, I mean, if it has, my computer keeps blanking my key light monitors when the screensaver kicks on. But when the box, for example, has artwork, let's say on the inside lid, or it'll have embossing on the front cover.
Yeah.
It'll have, let's say, like the laser etching, whatever you want to call it. I do appreciate that because it does look nice. It does feel nice when you're holding it.
Yeah.
So that is an extra that is pretty cool. The one thing that I'm very mixed on is sleeves for boxes.
Oh,
I find them annoying, but I do appreciate them holding the box together.
That's a good point, especially if you store it vertically.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about a sleeve is if you've got a game that gets just a little lid lift, you can usually get that sleeve over there to hold it in.
Mm-hmm.
So it does solve that problem, but
yeah.
I'm with you though. I would much rather not have a sleeve.
Yeah. Because, for example, the City Collection, Stefan Feld City Collection from Queen Games, all of the deluxe versions have sleeves.
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
Remove and trash.
I do like it because it holds the box together, especially like you said, if you put it vertical, it does not separate, because whenever you have those really big games and that lid lifts, everything slides inside, especially if there's loose cards in trays. Then it's, and by the way, when cards fall, how do they all like twist so that when you open the box, they're not all aligned anymore? They're all jumbled. It's like you took the box and you shook it or something.
Yeah.
How does that
happen?
happen?
A party in there. I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah. It's one of those mysteries. Where does the sock go? How does the penguin turn off the light in the refrigerator?
The world may never know.
Yeah, the world may never know how many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Yes.
3.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so I don't know. I think at the end of it, is the deluxification of games, is it important? Is it needed? It's not needed. It definitely is not anything that anybody needs. Board games, we need them. We absolutely need board games.
Yes.
We need good board games. We need lots of games. We don't need to deluxify everything, but it sure is great that opportunity and that option exists for a lot of games, especially those we really love to table time and time again.
Yeah, it's the thing that I've done lately, and this is probably within the last 2 years, is if it's a game that I really enjoy, you can think of it as being deluxe worthy.
Yeah.
Then I have no problem getting the blinged out version. For example, the Castles of Burgundy, perfect example. Puerto Rico, coming soon, Agricola and Concordia. Those are quality games that I'll say stand the test of time. They were great when they came out. They're still great.
Yeah.
And they are worth it because most people that you introduce them to will be, this is a cool game and it looks amazing, right?
Yeah.
I have shifted in the past couple of years where if there's a new game that is just out of nowhere, I will like, if it's something that really interests me or if it looks interesting, I'll get some deluxe, but I won't go all out. Just because there's a lot of games that they just come and go. And
Yeah.
and you got the blinged out version, but so what?
What good is it if you don't play it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep. That's the other part of that. You need to be able to play them. If you don't
Yeah.
play them, then you're not enjoying them, and then you've just spent real money for fake money to just sit in a box and never be used.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I was just trying to look up one that I saw the other day. I saw there was a game based on Foundation.
okay.
Did you ever watch the show
Nope.
or read the books? It's pretty good. So
Foundation.
I was gonna check it out and see if it had a blinged out version, but it's too difficult for me to talk and search at the same time, apparently.
Foundation 2025. Is it a new game or
The
an old
game,
one?
it's in crowdfunding right now.
Okay. Bump discs and upgrade actions to seize control of the old galactic empire. That's what BGG has.
Yeah.
So, no pictures or anything. So, yeah, I'd have to probably go find the official page by Nova Sutia Games and designed by Nicholas Helmberg. Also, art by Nicholas as well.
Because I love this series. Yeah, here it is. Game Found by Creardo. Is that what you were looking at?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's in preview still. I was getting emails on it. I figured it went live.
Oh, Isaac Asimov. This is something different.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not the same thing I was looking at. So,
Are you ready to open the vault? By Skydance.
it's still talking about the Galactic Empire.
Yeah.
It must somehow be related to that other one.
I think this new one is a spin on the TV show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and in 12 days, the new Galileo's Truth is coming out.
What is that?
It's along the lines of Darwin's Journey. And
Oh, okay. Is that going to be crowdfunded in 12 days or actually releasing to retail?
It's on the bad site.
Oh.
Bad, I mean Game Found.
In other words, it's going to be expensive. Yes, I gotcha.
Probably. Oh, wait, there's a follower's gift. Oh, I got to follow it. It looks like...
Yeah, you got to.
So July 7th, 2026 is when it comes out. And there's a follower's gift of, looks like 4 Galileo coins.
There you go.
But yeah, anyway, I got sidetracked. Apparently that's really easy to do. But yeah, so I sort of lump games into several categories. And, you know, there's ones that I'm fine with just the base game. If it's something that basically what it turns into is if it's a game that I really adore, that I really enjoy, and it's got staying power, I have no problem updating it. If it's a mid-tier game, I'm fine with a little bit. It doesn't need a whole lot. Just something to make it a little more fun to play with than plastic or just regular chits. And then there's other games. The base version's fine.
No.
Or,
I'm fine. I can go buy a game in a store and I'm okay to buy it off the shelf, knowing it's just going to be the base game. But
yeah.
when I'm crowdfunding, it's like it's darn near impossible for me to not buy the higher end game.
Yeah.
I and that's like drives me nuts that
No, you feel like you're missing out. I get it.
Yeah. I hate that. And I think that's why they do it.
Yeah, it's like
why people like me.
Why would I want the plain burger when I can get the one with the toppings on it?
Yep.
Because it'll taste so much better. There you go. It's that easy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Have you done any changes lately with your ordering? I mean, I know you're definitely aware of how expensive some of these are. Or
yeah.
Because I think when we talked the other day, you were kind of talking about making some changes in the future.
Yeah, I'm going to try to avoid crowdfunding as much as possible.
Period. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're spending the money now and you're not getting the game until year, 2 years. I've got stuff I ordered 2.5, 3 years ago still hasn't arrived. It's like, this is ridiculous, and for me to order something today, I could be dead by the time it arrives. What good does that do me? So, I think I want to save the crowdfunding more for like my Awaken Realm stuff, which I gotta have. But the other stuff, I think I need to just kind of get over that. Who cares? Just pre-order the base game. Just wait for it. Put my money to better use. But it's hard. We get in there and you see something. It's like, ooh, I want this. But it's tough. Sometimes we got to start to make that connection of, okay, I want it, but I'm not going to get, even if I pay for it, I'm not going to get it for a couple of years. Why not just wait? Yeah. My taste could even change by then.
Oh, absolutely.
And what happens if I'm not even in the hobby anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh forbid. I hope not. I hope to still be in my.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. But life can change things, So I don't know. It does. I love getting something in that I crowdfunded. It's super exciting when you get that shipping notice and you're like, oh, you're waiting for a couple of days and then you see that box and opening up and pulling out. It's like Christmas. That's the thing. It's like crowdfunding is like a Christmas experience. You're anticipating it. You're waiting for it. But Christmas comes once a year, not once every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So I really do like that I'm seeing more of on GameFound like express crowdfunding. I think you looked at something the other day. You're going to have it like I think in August. It said you just backed it and you're going to have it in like 6 to 8 weeks max.
Yeah,
I do wish they did a lot more of that. We'll make it a
pre-order than it is to
do
the old school. Yeah, it's like make my dream come true of building this game where. And I got to say, some of those are really annoying where you back them and then 8 months later they go, we finalized the art and sent it to the printer.
Yeah. Like, well, what were you showing me 8 months ago that I backed?
Yeah.
You had art there.
Yep.
Yeah. And then like one thing I'm really frustrated with is I don't know if you remember this or maybe you even backed it, but they did an EGM. They were doing this crowdfunding for this book, this hardcover book, special edition of like, it's not like every EGM magazine, but it's like kind of like the history of them and a bunch of main things. Like it's like a compendium almost. Well, This thing, it's a book of printing stuff you've already printed in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're changing some things up, but it's a book. They're well over a year past due.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like, it's a book.
Is it a
How
book?
hard is it to print a book?
Yeah.
A board game with components. I get it. You got different people doing different parts. I get that. This is a book. It's not that hard. How is this taking you 3 to 4 years to do?
Mm-hmm.
So I got other games. It's like they were supposed to be here last year. And now I got one other day and they're like, oh, like what you said. Something about like, oh, we've submitted the art. This one was supposed to be in my hand last year. And I just saw the latest update like last month was, oh, we've got some production samples that we've partially approved. I'm like, it's not even in production yet. You're not even, it was supposed to be here last year,
Yeah.
And then they always get this, oh, well, we've been delayed due to the Chinese New Year. That happens every year.
Yeah.
That's this, so don't tell me.
Delayed. Yeah.
It's not delayed. You knew it was going to happen. You're just using it as an excuse because of your own internal delays. And now you're finally ready, but guess what? They're on holiday. And now you're blaming them. No, you guys slipped your timeline. So that's irritating. So, I mean, I know it's all part of it, and it's like, oh, let's listen to the, guy with the money complain. That's not. It's just that system should be more improved. And when it's a big company that it's got all this money, they're using the consumer to fund their stuff to avoid the risk on their end, and we're taking all the risk.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's how business should be done. But
yep.
But it hasn't stopped me from backing all these stupid games.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So I'm the problem. I'm like, here, take my money. I was so excited. I saw an announcement from Awakened Realms the other day, and they've like joined with another company. They're going to be like the publisher now for this other company. And I was like, oh man. And they were announcing a game, and I'm like, no. And I was so happy. I was like, this is nothing I want. Yes. I was so happy because I know Awakened Realms has got like 2 or 3 more things planned to crowdfund this year that I'm already be like, yep. Here's my money. So I was really glad. I was like, I don't want this one. So
actually, I got to look that up because if you don't like it or if you're not interested in it, it's probably up my wheelhouse.
I'm trying to, and I don't, it's just, it didn't look like, it's from Thundergriff Games.
Mm-hmm.
So Thundergriff is going to be working with Awakened Realms. Let me see what the game was. It's called, if I can find it in their announcement. It just didn't look like anything that I would really be interested in.
Yeah.
I can't. Let's see if they announced it. Well,
Thundergriff to join.
Yeah. And in one of the videos they announced the game. This one I'm kind of breezing through. I'm not seeing the game name.
Oh, they joined back in 2025. That's when.
Oh, but this was just. Oh, this one was today. This announcement, but I saw a video yesterday.
Yeah.
Which they were. The game they showed was just like, So this is. I need to find their other video. Let me go to Awakened Realms.
Darwin's
Galileo's
Journey.
Truth.
Yeah.
I guess that's the one you were just talking about.
Yep. No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just pulled them up. Yeah, they did Darwin's Journey.
Yeah, that was it. Galileo's Truth. So I was like, oh, this does not look interesting to me. So, but again, it's just kind of conceptual. But even when they got to the kind of showing the board and stuff, I'm like, it didn't look like anything I would be really interested in. So, I mean, it's probably going to be a fantastic game. So, but it just was like kind of relieved. It was like, oh, something I don't have to have.
Yeah.
So, and that's obviously going to be picked up. Like, I already know a couple people in my group that probably will have that. Because I know they've liked Darwin's Journey and stuff like that. So
yeah, you mean the Galileo one?
Yeah,
I'll probably pick it up too.
So.
But anyway,
all right.
Anything else to add about Deluxification?
Just do it. Just buy it.
Yeah. If you guys have any thoughts on this, we'd love to hear what your thoughts are on Deluxification. Do you do it in every game? What are your criteria? Where do you draw the line? Are you all in? Let us know. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's the close for episode 124.
Yeah.
All right.
The Deluxification episode. And just so everybody knows, this episode has been blinged out. So.
Yes. Maximum blingage. All right. So I'm Rob. Thanks for listening, everybody. And we'll catch you all next time on episode 125.
All right. We'll see you all at the table. Have fun. Bye.